All right, we're live, Lance.
All right, man. Well, cool.
Another
So,
day,
yeah,
busy week.
got home about 10:30 last night. So, all good. Got them getting my points fixed today. Got all that taken care of. I guess I forgot to put my KCBS number in.
Awesome. I hadn't even looked at point standings lately. I'm not sure where everybody is, but
Yeah,
that should have finished the IBCA points year out. So
it did finish the IPA points out. There's still some. So tonight it should be finalized. Kevin was also telling me about that there was one contest that didn't get uploaded, and since it's July 1st, they're having to go in there and do some stuff to get it to work.
right. Well, I think Aaron said he should have finished second place. That's pretty good for a West Texas boy.
Yep. Aaron was he was second, and I think Paul Whitaker was ninth.
Awesome. Yeah, and Paul had a GC this weekend, I seen.
Paul had a GC.
Paladura Lake won the 4-meet contest.
Yes. Yeah, Pork really didn't play a role in it for Aaron. I think Aaron got 1 point out of the deal. I don't think it was a game changer.
Yeah, well, you got all those other guys that are scared to cook pork, so we'll just
we'll see what happens.
Yeah, maybe we should bring that up about all these people getting scared to cook pork, and I don't know. I don't know what the deal is, but they need to get off their ass and learn how to cook or do something different. But that's just my 2 cents.
Well, I agree. But like I said, it's gonna. I don't know. It's gonna take some doing, I'm afraid. So we'll see. Yeah, it ended up being so Lee Hickle. He had 680 points this year. Aaron came in second with 551. Jason Segmiller was 544. So that was close.
That was pretty close race right there.
Then it drops down to Phil Bridden, 489. Alan Freeman, 474. Mattis, Pit Smokers, 462. Jerry Cardenas was 454. Chris Hatcher was 425. Paul Whitaker was 404. That's ninth. And Jim Fly, Sweet Heat Barbecue, looked like 402 was 10th place. Awesome. Chuck Long ended up in 13th. Solomon was 16th. Cervantes was 17th. Fred Robles was 19th. Tommy Smith was 18th.
We're going to have to get some of them guys on here. Maybe next week we can get a few of them on here once they post the official points to talk about that. And maybe we can get a couple of these guys that are going to run for the board to come on and talk a little bit.
Yeah.
And see how that's going to go.
I did visit with Kevin about that a little bit, and once it's all official and the nominations are out there, he said he'd be willing to come on and talk about what his plans are.
Awesome.
But
I heard on the So Smoking Gooder show, Jay Bird's running for president. So Jason Druin for president.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I heard Leanne's running.
Hey, I heard they got the T-shirts out already, starting a campaign. Jay Bird for president. So I heard that on that Smoking Gooder show the other day. So, well, we'll see. I think it'd be pretty funny to have a shirtless guy as president. You know, Jaybird ain't never wore a shirt in his life, I don't think, every time I see him. So
there you go.
that'd be a hell of a change from Craig the Jaybird. So that'd be it.
Yes, sir. Well, just so you know, you finished third in your out-of-state region.
Oh, awesome. Third. Hey, I'll take that. That means I get a spatula, I guess.
Oh yeah, you'll get a spatula.
Yeah, I get another spatula. Just what the hell I needed.
I don't get one this year. I was 8th overall in our region, but I'll take that. Pretty tough region. Yep, I was in 10. Pretty good with nine cook-offs.
Yeah, that's pretty good with 9 cook-offs. Top 10. But once again, congrats to Aaron and Tommy and those other West Texas guys, Solomon that went out and done it. Paul Whitaker. Yeah, I mean, and congrats to Paul on that win again. But yeah, I'm excited to see what kind of changes are going to come about with this election cycle. If people want to move in a new direction and get some new blood, some young blood, some people that aren't 70 and stuck in their ways, and if they want to go a different direction or if they want to stay and keep it rolling like it is. It doesn't affect me either way, but it will be interesting to see because I hear a lot of chat and a lot of people talking about new directions. So we'll see if they back it up with their votes or with their with stepping out to run. Maybe. So we'll see what happens.
Well, and like I said, I visited with Kevin for a few minutes today. We were. I was asking him. I was getting some insight on the Smithfield point system. Kevin has a lot to do with the. I say a lot to do. He's kind of the landsman with the website versus IVCA on it, and he was saying that it looks like they're barbecue data is having to go in there and manually pull the data right now from IVCA to update the update Smithfield. Because I noticed it's not updating every week. I noticed my points hadn't updated in a while, so I was curious. I kind of figured that was probably what was going on. Website's probably gonna. Well, the point system's going to go down here pretty soon. Actually, I bet it goes down tonight. Kevin said they were kind of hoping maybe by September having the new point system up and running in IBCA. They're going to be tracking
about that.
Huh?
I'm kind of excited about that new point system. Yeah. That's at least one step in the right direction for them.
Yeah, and they're going to track it in the background, and he had a good point. He said they didn't want to get everybody confused by having the old point system running in the background, how the new point system was being in place. So I think that's a good thing. That'd make it a mess.
No, I agree. And well, me and you got to do a little cooking this weekend, Lance.
We did.
Yes, sir. We got to burn up in the heat and the flies and everything else. And every year when we go cook that thing, I always say, why the hell we sign up for this? But we always go back. It's a good event, but time of year.
Yes. That'd be a good event in about December.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
That's all right. We got to cook. We had a good time. Didn't get completely killed. Got banged up a little bit here and there. So I guess we're going to have to teach how to like Texas brisket, I guess. And
well, they do a little better on Sunday than they did on Saturday. But They didn't like my brisket on Saturday. That was for sure.
Well, they like my brisket better Saturday than they did Sunday. Or no, that's wrong. I have that backwards. They like my brisket better Sunday too. That's right. You and I were in the bottom of brisket Saturday. Then my chicken and
Yes, sir.
ribs, hell on Sunday. They like my chicken and my ribs better Saturday. So I guess maybe they liked all that sauce cooked on there when I screwed them up on the chicken. I guess I should have kept on with that. So,
Hey, you got to cook for the judges, not for yourself.
yeah, no
You got to
good.
remember that. Yeah, I thought we had two pretty good cooks. I was a little stressed out Saturday, but Sunday I thought went smooth, and hell, I had better results on Saturday. Maybe I need to be stressed out and running around and not liking things to do better. I don't
That's
know.
what I'm with you. Yep. Saturday
So
was actually better. So
yeah, see, Sunday just went smooth sailing. No issues. No, they didn't like what I think we ended up. What ended up
11th
11th
overall. Yep.
11th overall, so it wasn't too bad a day. Had one call in brisket. Saturday I was 9th overall. Had a call in ribs and chicken, and we didn't hit pork either day, which is extremely frustrating because that's the one thing we can usually count on is pork to pull us through. But it is what it is. So we'll roll it up and go to the next one.
I hear you, man. I hear you. Manuel said sometimes he thinks we overthink it. Yeah, that is true sometimes.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
we're fixing to give him a big dose of this come Dodge City. We're gonna give him the test. He's gonna like it. He's gonna love it.
Hey, so when is Dodge City?
I think July 27th,
Okay.
26th, something like that.
Yeah, I might not be there.
In huh?
I might not be there.
Oh.
I think that's stock show weekend.
Oh.
I think your wife said stock shows in 2 weeks.
Well, she said that was in 2 weeks.
Oh, okay. Well, she'll correct my schedule anyways. I don't ever keep track of it too much, but I was just thinking about that earlier. I thought it was stock show weekend, so I wasn't sure.
County stock show. Let me help you out here.
Okay.
Maybe.
July 22nd through the 26th. That's what it says online. So I don't know.
Okay.
I guess it depends on how that works out.
Well, 26. Let's see how that is. What is that? That's well, that's Friday, dude. So that'll be the end of it. And so Dodge City's on the 27th.
Okay.
So
Sweet. So maybe we'll be out of there in time to do it.
oh yeah, yeah. I doubt you're showing pigs the very end of it.
No, I doubt it either. Hey, keep them entertained for a second. I just seen dogs wandering in my front yard.
All right. No, Manuel had it. Manuel threw it up there, 26, 27. Looking forward to it. There's several of us going. Talk to, I'm sure Buckshot, Boomerang, George Valero's going. I'm sure Kit, Parton. I don't know about Joe. Didn't really talk to Joe about it. Let's see about him. I bet we'll have a bunch of the Colorado boys up there, as usual. So, but we had a big group of the Texas Barbecue Associations too at Smoking on Pecos. Actually got a little group picture. We need to get it posted up. Matter of fact, I'll send that to Matt. Get Matt posted up here in a minute. But we had Texas was well represented this weekend. Had a good time. So it's pretty cool. And had Boomerang won it the first day. And Reagan, Los Pasadenas, won it yesterday. He blew it out of the water yesterday, like with a 709. That's pretty.
Oh yeah,
Pretty,
yeah, 2 180s.
huh? Buckshot Reserve Saturday, and Bobby with a BNS barbecue. He reserved yesterday. Isn't that correct?
That's correct. And I think George was like 3rd or 4th on day one. George Valero.
Yeah, he was in. Yeah, 5th, 6th, something like that. You were like
Yeah,
7th.
he was up there. He had a bunch of good calls. Did real well. We had Sterling Ball from Big Papa Smokers all the way out from California. We also had Steph with Simply Marvelous all the way out from California, and they both did real well. It's always cool to see teams traveling that far to come out and cook. You know, that's what these double headers draw in. Is you have a double header the right time of the year like that, you're going to get some of these bigger teams in, and they're going to travel to do it. So
I think that we had 9 states. I think they said yesterday that was represented.
that's correct. 9 states. So
It's pretty cool. I mean, Plainview, I think we had 7 here. So yeah, that's pretty cool, man.
that is cool.
Oklahoma, Colorado, South Dakota, California, Texas, New Mexico.
Yeah,
Uh,
from but there was a bunch.
yeah, that's a few of them that I know of. So yeah, it's pretty cool. We had a good time.
Yeah, I got
I
your
just sent you a
picture.
picture of that shot of it. What was that? Saturday or Sunday? Saturday, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think that was Saturday at our 9:22 shot time.
Shot. Yeah,
Yes,
that's
sir.
a pretty good picture of that wasn't all of us Texas boys. Well, we had Fred Rolls and Carlos Casanova there. Trigger, Danny Patton, and Boomerang. So none of them were in the picture. Actually, Johnny Trigg was sitting there Saturday laughing his butt off at all of us Saturday morning. He was sitting over there just grinning big as could be. We were over there doing the shot.
Yes, sir.
I'm sure he was thinking, man, look at that damn bunch.
Yeah, I know.
So
Well, let me see if I can figure out how to share this again, but we'll get her figured out, Lance. Oh, it's been a few days. All right. See if I can figure that out.
So. Oh, Kyle Butler, Buckshot. That's another one.
Yeah. Yeah. So we got it up there. Yeah, that's a really cool picture. I mean, that's a whole group of the Texas guys that run around and cook IBCA, KCBS, kind of all the above. But we had Kip Parton, JD, Lance, Joe, George, Reagan, and me right there.
So that was, like I said, then you have Boomerang, Fred, Carlos, Danny, Trigger, and Kyle Butler. There were 6 more Texas teams right there. Or 5 more teams. It's Carlos and Fred was together. Well, that's pretty cool. Well, I guess, and Joe Dos Lunas, he's Texas.
Yeah, he's from El Paso. He come up. That was his second KCBS ever.
Yeah.
He did all right. He had a 670 and a 6. Anyway, I think 670s both days. He was right there.
Yeah.
He just needs a little bit of tweaking and stuff to get him up there. I kind of slid in just under where we need to be. We were riding 680s both days, but 680 somethings. So we were close. but we just couldn't pull it off. So.
Well, like I said, it kind of goes back. We hadn't been cooking much, and we've been cooking a lot of IBCA here lately. So,
Yeah, I guess I'm on since I didn't make it to the Royal. I guess I'm going to ask Dad if he's going to the Royal, so I'll know if I'm going. Because if Dad's going, I'll go up there and help him cook, and
yeah,
we'll see. And then he's got a 1 and 4 shot at the Jack. Yeah.
Well, that's correct.
So 1 and 4 shot at the Jack. You got a 2 and 300-ish shot at the Jack.
Yeah, probably something like that, maybe. Yeah.
So who knows? We might make it back to the Jack this year. Who knows?
Yeah.
But
Well,
like I said, I guess I'm gonna get with Dad and see if he plans on doing the Royal. So we can make a plan on that. Because if he plans on doing it, he needs to get registered. So maybe we can get him and you together.
yes. Yeah, we need to do that, and yeah, because that always works out pretty cool. We got to have the barbecue Vandals camp. It's just the way it is.
Right. Well, JD will be up there. I think Kit's gonna cook it. Fred will be up there.
I bet George is there this year.
I think Joe and Jennifer are going. So yeah, there'll be a pretty good little group of West Texas guys up there.
Yeah, Boomerang.
Boomerang, of course, and I think Paul Whitaker said something about maybe going to the Royal.
Oh, that'd be cool.
So we'll see. Yeah, I know he was talking about doing a little more KCBS, and I think he said something about maybe wanting to do the Royal. So I'm gonna reach out to Paul and see if he still plans on doing it. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, heck yeah. Hey, there ain't nothing like it, man. That's we do it, and it's always been a great experience. Win, lose, or draw, but I don't know. It's just it's a pretty cool experience. It really is. I think so.
What's up, Richard?
Ain't a pin down here, right, Richard?
Yes, sir.
So, but yeah, it's a cool time. We always have a great time fellowshipping, and man, I look forward to it. Looking forward to it this year. This will be Lexi's last year to cook the kids' queue. So we'll see how it all goes, and
it'd be cool to get us all up there together. So
yeah,
like I said, maybe Dad wants to go do it. We'll see what he wants to do. If he does, we'll roll up there and cook her. See if we can't just win the damn thing. That'd be all right with me.
Yes, sir. That'd be good. That'd be a life changer right there.
Yeah. Well, I figure if I start prepping now, I might have enough good chicken by the Royal to be happy.
Yeah, you and me both.
Yeah. So if I start prepping right now, start buying chicken every damn time I go to the store, I might can have enough to pull off a 2-day contest the way I want it.
Well, I meant to tell you this. I was on KC competition meets the other night. And it looks like now they're shipping smart chicken.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I forgot. I need to reach out to JD and ask him about the, Midland Meat started carrying the smart chicken.
Yeah, they have the smart chickens too. And
see if they have the thigh packages over there.
Yes, the Midland Meat does have them. I've seen them there.
Okay.
But I was looking, and the other day, it looked like it would ship. I was going to call him and just see. That's Keith Sisk is who this is. And let's see here. Greens, pork ribs, pork butts, chicken, and brisket. And these are 8-packs, smart chicken thighs, $10 a package.
Man, that's that's not bad at all.
No.
Because if I get 3 of them, 3 8-packs, well, I don't know. It depends on how many it takes me to get the chicken I want. So, but still, 3 of them's $30. So that should do one contest. You know, I cook 18 thighs per contest, so that should get me in the range. You know, buy 30, hope you get 18 good ones out of it. Hey, Lance, we got Eddie on. Says, hey, from Cleveland, Ohio. So we got people watching all the way from Cleveland. That's pretty cool. All the way up there. That's the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, I believe. Cleveland, Ohio.
I believe that's correct, buddy.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
That is cool.
Thanks for jumping in. Oh, what did Manuel say? Send me the info, please. Info to what, Manuel? Chicken?
The chicken.
So
ACCompanymeats.com, I think.
yeah, I just had it up, dude. What I'll do, I'll send you that link. I just look it up. You can search it by KC Competition Meats on Google and pops it right up.
Yeah, so we'll Manuel,
Yep.
are you going to the Royal, Manuel? Let us know. That'd be cool if you went. Get you in there.
Yeah, I've seen that. He's actually got some Vandal stickers I've seen.
Yeah, and I think he's got a qualifying win, right?
I think that is right. Is that right, Manuel?
I don't know. But
Yeah,
anyways, it'd be cool if we get a group of us together, kind of like what we've done in the past. So
no, yes, no, it's always a great time, man. I mean, that's the whole thing, man. We have a good time up there. Oh, he may help George. Okay.
yeah.
All right. Well,
you know, Lance is getting older, so he might need some help. I don't know if he can walk that far to turn in, so you might have to come over and help Lance out too. He's graying out, getting a little older. He wasn't moving too good Sunday morning. I thought we done wore all the good out of him.
I was tired. It was kind of, I was kind of nephew sitting, Matt Alexander nephew sitting, kind of Saturday night, making sure the boy didn't get in any trouble.
See, he said that the opposite way. He said he was Lance sitting.
No.
Oh.
I think we're a little bit better about that whole story there, right? So.
Well, I'm sure, but I'm just telling you to hear him tell it.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, that's why he can crawl till 11 o'clock yesterday.
Manuel, you can send Summer over to help us. That'd be fine.
Yeah.
I mean, we know who the good cook is over there. You know, if I got Bud and Summer, I'm guaranteed to win it. I mean, I'm telling you what, if I got Bud and Summer both, we're guaranteed to do good at least. So yeah, just send Summer over there. We'll take that.
I don't guess he let her cook this weekend.
Anyways, but
oh, and by the way, Manuel busted into the top 10 in Region 5.
Oh, awesome. Number
10, he got it. He popped the 140, knocked Todd Stewart out.
Ah. Well, Todd hasn't been cooking much lately. I think he took some time off or something. I ain't really heard from Todd lately.
No, I think he's been busy. He's on vacation this week, but he's been busy, and I don't know. He's been kind of discouraged too, so who knows?
Yeah, well, all you can do is keep on keeping on. He was doing real good there at the first of the year, it seemed like.
Oh, he was. He was doing real good. You
Yeah.
know? We all know how that goes, though.
Oh yeah, you can be a hero one week and a zero next week.
Yeah.
That's for sure, especially in barbecue.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, and it doesn't matter if you're Lance Moore or Matt Walker or some new guy or whatever. I've seen them all get up and win them, and next day not do worth a damn. So it just is what it is.
Oh yeah. Heck, it's like Joe and Jennifer this weekend. I thought they were fixing to knock it out of the park yesterday. I thought they were fixing to nail it.
Oh yeah, they had a couple of really good calls.
Yeah. Yeah.
Reagan didn't get out of his chair Saturday. Won it
Yeah.
yesterday.
Same deal. You know, Reagan didn't get out of his chair Saturday. He was like 22nd or 23rd overall Saturday and kills us yesterday. So
Right. Yeah. You never know. Another deal with Reagan, when my dad and I went out to Arkansas earlier this year, he hit DAL and brisket. And then we turned around and cooked in Huntsville the next week, and he won brisket.
yep.
And he said it was the same crap. So who knows? That's a good one right there. Bud says, I heard there was a lot of people needed sitting Saturday night.
That was Friday night, wasn't it?
Oh, I
Oh.
don't know. Yeah, that was Friday night. Yep, that's for sure.
Well, like it was pretty calm Saturday night. Everybody, they were all in bed Saturday night. They were probably all still hurting.
As a matter of fact, we finished up. I finished up injections and doing what I had to do, and you finished up, and we decided we was going to go for a walk.
Yeah.
And we went over and talked to Travis Clark for a few minutes, but Travis was the only guy really out at that point in time. I mean, everybody else was in bed, and
Yeah.
that wasn't too late. Like what, 10:30, 11?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We went over and hung out with Travis for a few minutes, and other than that, everybody else, I guess they got all their good out on Friday night.
Oh boy, I'm telling you, there was some having a really good time Friday night.
Yes, sir.
So, yes, sir. That was it was a good time. You know.
You know, in talking to Travis, he threw out an interesting stat that might be the highest percentage I've seen. He said he's only cooked 13 cooks this year, and he's won 6 of them.
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing right there.
Yeah, it is amazing. You know, and that's like I said, there was another one that we were talking about on that deal that, is it does that, take the pressure off and you do your deal and I don't know. I don't know. I've kind of been there myself this year. I've cooked five IBCAs, got two grands and a reserve. So yeah.
Yeah, you never know. So I just thought that was pretty damn interesting to have 13 cooks and 6 grands.
Yes.
I mean, as far as a batting average goes, that dude's what is that? That's above 5. Well, be about 470.
Yeah.
I mean, he's almost batting 500. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Right there. So we might have to see if we can't get Travis on one of these days. Come talk about that a little bit, promote his new venture and everything. That'd be a cool guest to have. Travis is pretty well outspoken. He'll tell you what he thinks. And I think it'd be cool to have him on as a guest and
Oh yeah.
talk about some of that.
Hey, he was pretty funny in the boards both days, actually. You know? That's what I'm saying. I mean, I've been to cook-offs with Travis, and he's wound tighter and round tight, and he's right now he's laid back, cutting up, having a good time. Talking to Travis and everybody. So
there might be something to that, Lance. When when you're just there having a good time and doing your program and not worrying about it, maybe that's the time you actually that's when you pull it all together. When you go out and get all stressed and
Yep.
and try to make changes and tweak things and get that next leg up. I think sometimes you go a step backwards. I think I've done it to myself a couple times.
Yep. I've done it, and Matt Walker and I, we talk about it, because we talk every week. We didn't talk today, but we'll talk tomorrow. But yeah, I mean that's exactly right. I mean, I think that's exactly it. It's like Manuel said earlier. Sometimes we overthink it, and I think that that's part of it. I mean, you get so wound up, you get so tied into it, and you're trying so damn hard that you're just you're missing things. You're not realizing you're missing them.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I don't know. I mean, I had some of that. I had some of that this weekend. I mean, I know my chicken I screwed up Saturday, and or like I said, apparently it did better than Sunday. But I guess the only thing I might be able to cook is pork.
Yeah. Well, your pork sucked on Sunday, you said.
I didn't. I was worried about my money muscles Sunday. Everything else wasn't bad, but I was really worried about the money muscles. I had some, Matt, they were that big around, and that was, some of the best I had. And they just didn't look good in the box, I didn't think. Well, I'll send you the box. You can put it out there. It just, I don't know. I wasn't as pleased with it Saturday or Sunday as I was Saturday. Saturday, I told you it was on.
Yeah. Well, I changed my brisket recipe back a few steps on Sunday. I backed off a few things and did a few. I went back to a much simpler brisket recipe on Sunday. I backed off on some finishing steps and other things we've been doing that had been working, but I just went back a little simpler, and that paid off for us. I think I had a 177 or something brisket, so that really just what you said. Sometimes overthinking it, overdoing things. It is what it is. So
looks like the first picture I sent you is day one. And then that second picture will be day two, it looks like.
okay. I'll get her up there. We'll see what we can do.
Yeah. But I mean that's just I was pretty fortunate this weekend. One deal I did have, and I normally this don't happen to me very often, but I normally don't have tubes. I had tubes a couple of years ago at Raider Red Meats that I come across, but both days this weekend I had tubes, and I used them, and got me a second and a fourth, so I guess that's all right.
Yeah. Well, you talk about batting average. Your batting average in pork is out of this world.
So, I'm having a good year in pork. That knocked me down to like I think I'm sitting 63rd now in pork with 6 contests.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
I need 4 more to max out to see where we're at. But like I said, I'd like to try to knock that into the top 25 this year. I'd like to have me one of them Kansas City trophies. I think that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, I think that would be cool too.
And I mean, you're saying you've got a really good chance in several categories to pull that off this year.
Yeah. I just logged into barbecue data. We're 51st overall, 67th chicken, 71st ribs, 31st pork, 27th brisket. So we got knocked down a little bit, but we quit cooking for a while there. So we can turn in a few more. Maybe we can get up there a little bit and get us some some going. But here's my I average, which this is pretty neat to see. My average chicken score this year is a 170.18. My average rib score is a 168. my average pork score is a 171, and my average brisket score is a 170.5. So that's kind of cool. You can go in and see all that data and see where you come out there. So
yeah, my pork score in that is kind of cool. My average pork score is a 175.
awesome.
So, and then I'm 168 in ribs. So you and I are about, well, that's kind of the way it played out Saturday. I think you and I were, I think you got me by one place. You were sixth and I was seventh or something like that in ribs.
Yeah, I was sixth, you were seventh. I was 16th the next day. So
Yeah, I was down in ribs yesterday. I knew I blew the ribs yesterday. They were they went too far. Hell, I checked them once and they were about 180, and left them for about 30 minutes. And I blew the backs of a few of them out, and I thought, man, couldn't believe in about 30 minutes it changed that much, you know. And
yep.
I was like, well, told Chris, I said, well, I mean, they were good, but I knew that they were gonna get me on, and I did. I got a comment card saying they were overcooked. So that hurts a little bit, but I knew it. I knew that going in. Everything else, yesterday I was really happy with. I was happy with chicken. I was happy with. Hey, Gabriel. Well, I was not happy with pork, and I was not happy with ribs. Brisket and chicken, I really liked yesterday. Shows you what the hell I know.
Yeah, well, I was exactly opposite the day before. I hated my chicken. I didn't like my ribs. I thought my pork and my brisket were spot on, and the two calls I got was chicken and ribs.
Yep.
So who knows? One of these days we'll figure it out, Lance, or we'll keep trying anyways.
Oh yeah. Well, like I said, I mean, you know what? We hadn't had a bad year. In the grand scheme of things, I mean, hell, we're cooking no more than we have. We've done all right. You were catering, you were doing a catering Saturday, so yeah, you were kind of wiggy a little bit on me Saturday.
Wiggy, huh? Yeah, I was a little stressed out there Saturday.
Yeah, you were wigging a little bit. I was like, man, I don't know why you were even wigging out. I mean, hell, it was all under control.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had 177.1428 in brisket and that was going back a few steps. So I was pretty pleased with that result, and we'll try to keep that up and maybe go back to a simpler brisket recipe from just taking off a few steps and seeing what it does. And maybe I need to do that on pork as well. Maybe I need to back pork off a hair and see how that works.
Well, I know my pork right now is pretty damn complicated, but I ain't jacking with it. It's gonna roll where it's at. My brisket, I backed it up a little bit, and I changed my injection up this week, and I think that helped me this week.
Yeah.
And my chicken's better than the beginning of the year. My chicken's a lot better. I finally kind of got it dialed in a little bit better. My problem is I'm with you. It's trying to find good thighs right now is killing me, and and ribs. Ribs. It's kind of a crapshoot for me. I mean, I nail them, then I don't nail them, and sometimes I get busy messing with other stuff, and I screw them up. So.
Well, I'd rather be a little tender than a little tight, Lance. I'll tell you
Oh
that.
yeah. No, I mean, like I said, I mean, I'm with you there, but they sure. And I probably got master judged yesterday and got nailed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that happens from time to time.
But we do that crap, so it's all good. Hell. Yeah. Like I said, I mean, this is the most I've ever cooked. Or pretty close right now. Most KCBS contents I've cooked in a year, and it's helping. No, actually, Matt cooked my A9, and I cooked 2 snakes this weekend. So and I don't know that. Well, I did taste that A9 yesterday. It was good. I thought the texture on it was real good.
Yeah, it wasn't the best brisket I ever cooked, but it wasn't bad at all. I'll tell you that up front. It wasn't it didn't knock my socks off, but it was pretty good. I mean, scores like I said a 177.8, so it did score good. So
Well, I thought your texture was really good yesterday. I did like that, and it seemed like it was a little lighter. Color wise, it seemed like it was lighter yesterday too.
yeah, they are a little different color, and it had a really big fat pocket that worried me. I think I showed you and told you about that,
Yep.
but I was able to adapt and overcome and change my cutting process a little bit and make a few adjustments on the pit. And it, and at the end of the day, that's what it's about. It doesn't matter if it's a choice or a wagyu or prime. You got to be able to look at it, see how it's cooking, make adjustments, change things,
Yeah.
change it on the cutting board if you have to. You got to be able to do those type of things to pull it off. So
Well, that's exactly. I mean that's absolutely correct. I mean that's what I was doing with pork yesterday. I was trying to, I think I had 6 money muscles yesterday, and I mean I used 2 of them, and it's the way it goes sometimes,
yeah.
So,
But yeah, literally, I think if we're gonna do that royal thing, Lance, I need to start prepping like tomorrow for that.
well, I'm not disagreeing, man.
So
I'm not disagreeing. I mean, just
because
man,
I don't
kill.
want to go up to the royal and not be happy with my meat selection or my. I'm thinking if we're gonna go play these ball games and go to the majors, we need to make sure we got all our ducks in a row before we. I mean, I'd like to have it in a row 2 or 3 weeks before I'm ready to pull out of the driveway. Just just to have that ready. So, and it would be really cool if I got to go up there with my dad and walk the stage with my dad. I've been on the stage myself, but got to walk the stage with dad would be really fun, I think.
That is, that would be cool.
So,
I didn't realize that there was 4 of y'all yesterday with 177s and brisket.
yeah, me and Reagan tied. We had the same throwout scores, and I lost a stupid tiebreaker.
Well, third was knife, fork, and spoon, and then buckshot, then Reagan, and then you. And then right behind you was Clark, and then Big Papa, and then Simply Marvin's Grilling, Texas Smoke, Boomerang was 12, and then Bear Clan Barbecue, and then me. I had a 169. So yeah, it was all kind of right in there.
Yeah, and like I said, me and Reagan tied, and usually, your throwout score will make the difference. If you tie, the lower throwout gets it. But we had the same damn throwout score, so I guess it goes to the coin flip.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happened to us at the Royal too. My third place chicken could have been first place chicken at the Royal. Same scores, same throwout scores. I lost both times and ended up third instead of first. So who knows?
Well, I will say this, there's one deal that I do see in here on that. They
Yeah, we talked about that, man. Paul Whitaker Grand, Chuck Reserve.
Reserve, it's Spearman, yes. I had kind of a sweet brisket Saturday, and I went to I guess regular old brisket Sunday.
There wasn't no sweetness on my brisket.
No,
either.
yours and I Saturday or Sunday was pretty similar.
Yep. You were a little smokier than I was. But I'd never had a brisket like yours before. I took a bite of it and I really liked it. And about 5 seconds later, the smoke hit me. It was a really back smoke flavor. Like I've never experienced that. I don't know how he did it, but I've never experienced it, and I liked it. But you got the meat up front, then you got a little bit of the black pepper this second, and then the third thing that hit you was the smoke, and it was real light, but it was right at the end.
Yeah, it was the back end of it.
I don't know how you did that, Lance. I've never tasted a brisket like that, but that's what it tasted like to me.
Hmm. Well, like I said, we're gonna. I think I'm getting it dialed in a little bit better. We're gonna keep trying, but we'll see what happens.
Heck
But
yeah.
yeah, they had a good time up there at Spearman. Man, like I said, Paul Whitaker was grand. Chuck Long was reserve. Aaron was third overall. So, well, hell, Manuel had a first place pork and a first place brisket there.
Oh, that's awesome. He must
Yeah.
have really sucked in the other two then.
Yeah, I forget. There's some, seemed like, I don't remember. What was it, Manuel?
That was
I did see that yesterday.
I'm just poking at Manuel with that one.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Some.
Yeah. But no, that was our weekend in a nutshell. We did all that. I catered for a bunch of people. We did that kind of thing, and it was a really well run contest. Tammy made some burritos Sunday that was pretty good, and some hot sauce was ridiculous.
I thought it was good. Well, it was good. Of course, I didn't. It was almost 11 o'clock before I finally got a chance to 9th and rib, 14th and chicken. He bombed chicken. So, yeah, it happens. But good job on those other two. I mean, 2 first, man. That's in that group. You did well on that.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of contests for 20 points to win it. So
I wonder if there was a brisket pot this weekend. I wonder what the brisket pot was. What was it, Manuel? Surely had a brisket pot going.
Surely, I had a little side brisket bet I got paid on, so that was nice.
Yeah, who did you have that with? I remember that.
Oh, that Colorado team and Chris, Smoking Jays.
Oh yeah,
wherever that was. So,
well, there you go.
Yeah, but yeah, that's a good deal right there. I'm still excited about this roll thing, so we got to get that figured out, Lance. We got to get Bud in the line and get that figured out.
Yeah.
So, see if
Oh,
we
hell
can.
yeah. I think, like I said, I think it's gonna be a good time, man.
Yes, sir. So, are you registered yet for the roll?
I'm registered. I just hadn't sent in my payment yet.
Okay.
So, but I've already done it. I've already got Lexi paid for. But I'm trying to think. I got to add some categories to the. I may try to nail Sweet Smoke Q and some of those other ones. We did 40, all 4 categories paid top place.
Well, you got paid twice then.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Huh. Cool.
$10 a category, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking it is.
Yeah. Some of them guys get scared when Manuel's cooking brisket. I don't like cooking brisket against him. So.
No. It's kind of a weird thing. You hadn't taken the pot this year. And hell, you've been the brisket cook around all of us.
Well, we'll see. We're going to change that again. I'm back to my old recipe, so we'll see if it starts. I was pretty happy with it Sunday, so we'll see if that keeps up. I guess.
Uh,
Like Manuel said, sometimes we overthink it. We do too much. You know, I was doing some finishing dust and some other things that I think were overpowering it. And, you know, I actually had some comment cards that made me think and back up. And that's very rare for a comment card. But I had two on my Saturday's brisket, which I thought I knocked out of the park, that said it was too salty.
oh, really?
Well, there's no salt in my au jus.
Right.
So the only saltiness besides the regular rub what had to be coming from my finishing process. And so I changed that up and backed off the salt and right. So hopefully it'll be the same for IBCA, but you never know. It's it's a crapshoot. So
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm kind of in the, I don't know how many more IBCAs I'll cook this year.
yeah, I don't know either. I probably won't cook one till after the Royal. If we're gonna go to the Royal,
Yeah.
I'll probably focus on KCBS till we get there.
Yeah, that's where I'm at, dude. I mean, I'm gonna hit, what I can, and I know, like I said, Dodge City, Raider Red Meats.
I want to do that one in I want to do that one coming up in Utah, but I got a catering for 400 people that weekend, so I think I better do that instead. But hey, what's up, Aaron?
Hey.
Congrats on your second place IBCA overall finish there, dude. That's awesome.
Yes,
Congrats.
sir. Congratulations.
You knocked it out of the park, dude. And those guys were giving you a run for your money, and you held your own and stayed in there and got her done. So, congrats.
Yeah, I don't know. You Region 5 guys, we got to blame you guys for a lot of things because I mean, y'all all knocked it out of the park this year. Now they're going to change the whole scoring system in the IBCA because of y'all. So y'all know it's y'all's fault.
Yeah.
Davis.
Rick Davis.
Off and relax.
Yeah. I might need to relax because it's been a little rough here.
Where was Rick this weekend? Where were you, Rick? We missed you and Danny Mikes and Corey. Y'all weren't there.
Yeah, that would have rounded out the whole Texas bunch just about.
Oh yeah.
But,
yeah, I was trying to think who else, but I mean that was the other two we were missing.
Well, it sounds like they were the smart ones that weren't out there in 100-degree heat and stickers and
well,
everything.
there is that.
Yeah. So
There is that. I don't know, but yeah, that's kind of. Man, I guess probably look at Bedford. That one may be worse than Artesia as far as heat.
yeah, I'm gonna try to do Bedford. I had I'm probably gonna do Bedford. I had a master judge that wants to do cooking with a team deal with us up there. So,
all right, cool.
Going to be a master judge, I should say, and I kind of think that's a great process, and I'm kind of looking forward to that because to show these guys what we go through to cook,
right,
and get some feedback from them, and to show them how much work and passion and effort that we go through. It's I'm kind of excited. I think they need to see that side of it, and how we run our fires, how we do our stuff, how much we critique ourselves, how much we do all that kind of stuff, and and to get feedback from him as to what he thinks about the process.
Hey, that's my whole deal about that whole deal right there. I think that right there is I think that's a huge thing. Being able to have someone that has, judged what 30 contests at least. That's going in for the masters and be able to, when they taste your food and stuff, and you're doing all of that, and just have the feedback right there, one-on-one, to see what that's like.
Right. And like I said, I think it does them good to see it from our side. To see, not just sitting at a table and getting a box presented, but to see the whole process of everything that goes into building that one box.
Right.
Whether it's a KCBS box, an IBCA box, or an FBA box, it doesn't matter. We still all put the effort into making sure that box is perfect. So I'd like to see that from both sides and have a master judge with me and be able to give feedback, positive, negative, in between, and maybe I can be able to give him some feedback on what I think. And I'm just kind of looking forward to making that happen.
Absolutely. No, I agree, man. I think it's like I said, I think that's one of those deals. I think that's a great process, and I think that well, it's like you and I cooked for a judging class this year, and we got to go in after doing all of that and just kind of sit there and listen to what they had to say at the end of it. There was a lot of insight even on stuff like that. You get to see some things different. Here's some different opinions, and I don't know.
So I'm getting some interesting feedback on that.
Yeah. So that's what Rick Davis was commenting on it. And yeah, I mean, like I said, I think it's I think it's a pretty cool deal.
Yeah, Chris, to your comment, I'm not changing a damn thing, but I just want to be able to get the feedback from both sides of it, and we'll see what happens. But no, I'm not changing anything for a judge or whatever. I'm usually the only one that me or Tammy will make that call at the end there, and it's usually me making the call and Tammy telling me I'm stupid, and usually I should have listened to her. But that's the way it goes.
Well, I will say, I was laughing yesterday at you. We did take the we did talk the port game a little bit Saturday night, and I sent you some stuff over, and then you got a comment card yesterday that it was too sweet, and I thought, man, I didn't taste yours yesterday, but I just can't imagine it being any sweeter than mine's been.
It wasn't. It still wasn't as sweet as yours is. But I mean, we still didn't score horrible in pork. That judge's score got thrown out, of course, which is the cool part about that. But that judge's score got thrown out. I think we still were right around a 170-ish or 168-ish or so. I don't remember, but it wasn't horrible. We didn't hit like a 150 or nothing with it.
Well, yeah, that's a good deal.
I thought it was really good.
Yeah.
But who knows?
Well, it happens, man. It happens. Yeah, I don't know. We're looking yeah. So July, probably not much. I'll be vending mostly July. So I guess I can tell Rick that. I mean, I guess I'm taking part of the month off, Rick. So.
Yeah, man, you don't know what the word vacation or takeoff is.
Yeah, well.
That doesn't cross your mind. It
was crossing my mind this morning.
That's funny.
I will tell you, it was crossing my mind this morning.
Yeah, I had the same thing. My alarm went off this morning, and I didn't want to get up. But when that 4:30 alarm clock hits, I thought, shit. But that's all right.
We got in. We stopped at the cattle barn there in Roswell. Yeah, I drank about 3 gallons of iced tea, and made it to Sam's Club before 6 o'clock and got my stuff there. And of course, that was 7 o'clock Texas time. So
Right.
it was like 10:30 when I pulled in the driveway, and we kind of unloaded everything real quick, and I got some meat put up, and I was sitting on the couch, and apparently I dozed off, and when I come to, it was 2 o'clock, and I was still fully dressed.
Yeah. He's a little wore out, huh, Lance?
Yeah. So I did a little laundry real quick, and what else did I do? Oh, took a bath. Got that.
You know laundry?
Huh?
You know how to do laundry?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Matt.
I'm just calling you cook, clean, do laundry. I'm just gonna start calling you Susie Homemaker over there.
Well, my wife, early on in our marriage, she did my laundry one time, did something, and I corrected her on it, and I've been doing my laundry since. So for about 24 years, I've been doing my laundry. So careful how you go about that.
Damn straight.
Okay, so don't correct her. Was that what you say? So, Gabriel asked a question there. I'd probably have to say it's Artesia every year. That cook-off is always 100 degrees, and
It was yesterday.
It's on gravel and asphalt, and it's in the middle of a kind of field. That one's probably the hottest one I do every year. So
I'm trying to think, dude. We cooked one somewhere, and I'm trying to remember where it was at. But we were on blacktop, and our shoes were the rubber was melting. Where was that?
When I went down and
meats.
When I went down and cooked Shiner last year, Shiner, Texas, it was like it wasn't but like 98 degrees, but it was about 97% humidity. And that was one of the most miserable hot days to cook in. There was no breeze hardly. But by the time awards came around, there was a breeze, it cooled off, and that's pretty cool. So
it got to 110 degrees yesterday in my trailer during turn-ins.
Yeah, it got pretty warm in my trailer too. You know that these trailers, even though your trailer's insulated, mine's insulated with one AC on them and stuff. When it gets to be 100 or 102, it was pretty crazy. You know, your air conditioner just can't keep up. All it wants to, it tries. So
yeah, that's another deal. I'm thinking about Wink, Texas, 113 is what Aaron said. I think last year.
no, I'm out this weekend, Rick. I got to do All Stars tournament. My son made All Stars, and they're playing a state tournament this weekend. So I'll be up in Ruidoso doing the All Stars thing with the kids. So
Aaron's going to Shiner. I'm cooking all week, so we've got Disha in the house tonight.
She's impressed you can do laundry, Lance. See, I wasn't the only one impressed by that.
Man, y'all are rough.
well, I can't do laundry, so I'm just glad you can.
Huh?
What are they saying?
Oh, Disha couldn't believe I did laundry.
Yeah.
Huh.
I don't do laundry. So when Kim and I got together, all my clothes went to the cleaners. I didn't do laundry.
Well,
they go to the cleaners of the laundromat.
When I was in refrigeration school, we had a bachelor's pad, literally. I mean, rent was expensive in Phoenix. So I think there was only supposed to be like a couple of us, living in an apartment, but hell, we were all working and stuff like that, so everybody was gone in and out. Hell, there's probably 5 or 6 guys living in the same place most of the damn time, and we used to have a party, man. When we get ready to go out, we used to take the Stay Flow starch and an iron, and we had a starching party. And I mean, our jeans, they weren't properly done until them damn things could stand up by themselves.
I don't know how you wear jeans like that. Jesus Christ.
Oh man, I wore them things like that for years, buddy, for years.
I know Christy told me you were. This is a Christy story for everybody. Lance and her were on Waikiki Beach, and Lance was wearing Wranglers and boots on Waikiki Beach.
Yes, he was.
And they were starched.
Yes, they were.
Yeah, that's the craziest shit I ever heard. If I'm on the beach, I'm wearing shorts and flip flops.
Man, I've never worn a pair of flip flops. I'd probably kill myself.
You don't know what you're missing, Lance.
No, I'm good.
Gabriel says he thinks he might go to Lano. So
Really?
yeah.
Man,
Anyways, that's kind of a cool deal there. So let's.
that's how we were back in the day. So, but I will tell you this. I mean, when I went down that slide here a few weeks ago, I was really worried about having to put on a pair of starch jeans after that mess.
Hey, we got Jerry in from Georgia saying, "What's up, Lance?"
Hey, man, how are you?
Yeah. So that's cool, man. Our audience base is growing all the time, man. We're getting a lot of. I think our last video segment had a little over 3,000 views and a little over 20,000 impressions.
Whoa.
Yeah. So this thing keeps getting bigger all the time. It's kind of cool to see. I don't know why anybody wants to listen to a couple of rednecks sit around and talk barbecue, but it is what it is. So
well, like
the
I said,
numbers.
Do what?
The numbers just blow me away. The show before that one was over 5,000 views and 30,000 impressions. So it's getting up there.
Well, we're trying to finally kind of get it figured out too, and so I say another 2 or 3 shows, and we'll maybe we can get this round table deal going, and we'll start bringing some more people in.
Right. Yeah. We've been working pretty hard on the technology end of it to get all this going, but it seems to be working out pretty well now.
Yeah.
We got a flow going. We're getting through there. So the more comfortable we get with it, the more things we'll be able to do with it. That's for sure.
I don't know. Well, we got a lot of listeners in tonight. I mean, everybody's been commenting quite a bit too, which I think is pretty cool. What do you guys think? How do y'all like this? How do you like this format? Let's see what we get back.
Oh yeah. And I didn't go live tonight, Lance, on Blog Talk. There wasn't a show ready, but I am.
I didn't hear anything back from you, so I didn't get on there and do it. So we can. Just upload.
Yeah, so we can upload it to Blog Talk here in a little bit. So we will have a podcast out this week on this. We're a little over an hour deep, Lance. But I wanted to discuss a few things before we get out there. For everybody that's not a barbecue pit master, I know we got several viewers I see of ours that aren't competition cooks and I don't know why they ever sit and watch us, but they're not competition cooks, not stuff like that. But I thought maybe we would that's pretty funny. I gotta put that up. That's pretty funny. Remember I told you I was getting a reflection off my glasses?
Yeah.
Can't get rid of it. I'm gonna have to get me some professional lighting in here get this handled.
There you go, man.
Anyway, I think I think we should talk a little maybe a little 4th of July cooking for people. 4th of July coming up.
Yeah.
To me, the 4th of July is always about ribs. We always cook ribs on the 4th of July. I don't know what y'all ever did, but to me, it was always about, we did like ribs and bratwurst, or, ribs and sausage, or ribs and chicken, or something like that. But it seemed like we was always cooking ribs.
Well, I don't know. For us, a lot of times it's fish. We were usually fishing, so, and then we cook steaks, cook hot dogs, burgers. I don't know if we ever cooked much barbecue, really. I know when I was growing up as a kid, barbecue for me, being from New Mexico, was pretty much hot dogs and hamburgers. I don't know. I think I was probably an adult before I ever had brisket, really. But
Tyler Moss said we should do Jaybird style.
now I'll tell you what. Send him a link. We'll put him on Jaybird style.
All right, Tyler, send me your email. I'll send you a link. You can come on. You can be our Jaybird.
There you go.
You can be our comic relief / shirtless individual. Come on, Jaybird style.
Yeah, we're gonna call you Boone, and you gotta have a bottle of Boone with you.
Yeah, Boone's.
That is Boone. Yeah, his name is not Tyler Moss anymore. It's Boone.
Oh, that's funny.
That is one favor, not cooking a bunch of IBCA around Tyler Moss. You don't have to drink any of that damn Boone.
Yeah. No Strawberry Hill for me. I'm doing all right without it.
That is still the worst competition in IBCA I had all this year. Was the weekend that I got around Tyler and had a few drinks of Boone. I had a headache like I had a headache that next morning. I wanted to go down there and hit him with a bottle of Boone.
Yeah. Where's your beer tonight, Lance? I didn't see you had any.
It's out in the trailer, but that's a long ways from where I'm sitting. So.
Okay. I was just wondering.
Oh,
I got to get in before the 8. I'm practicing. I'm running hard. I got to get all I can get.
I drank 4 bottles of water today.
Awesome. I'm on about my 5th beer, so I passed you.
Okay.
So let's see.
Chris Goodman says y'all don't want to see that. He seen him light his pit in Lovington. Talking about Boone coming on as Jaybird Force.
Oh, really? Huh.
So we don't want to see that.
Well, I'm good with it, man. Hell, we just paint him up, everything. Hell, make him look like he's at a damn tailgater.
Make him look like the Ultimate Warrior. Get his face all painted.
Yeah, get him all painted up. Get that new logo.
Get him an NWO tattoo across here. Yeah.
Oh, we got a new logo, man. We got the logo stamped right on the middle of his belly, centered on his belly button.
Hey, I heard a rumor that there's an individual getting a barbecue Vandals tattoo.
You know what? I heard that rumor myself.
I don't know why anybody would want your ugly mug tattooed on them, but more power to them. I just got to see pictures when it comes out, because that's pretty good. Somebody getting a barbecue Vandals tattoo.
Well, so it needs to be the barbecue Vandals logo, and then I've been vandalized #.
Yeah, I've been vandalized. That's pretty good.
There you go. That would be the proper way to have the tattoo done.
I guess so. But back to our 4th of July stuff there. I thought we might discuss that a little bit. I don't know. Cooking ribs for me at the house is, I like old school, some Tony Chachere's, some black pepper on there. Uh, just kind of old school. Roll them up, get them colored up good, wrap them. Don't add any crap to them. Just wrap them to get them tender, and then pull them off and kind of glaze them for just some whatever cheap crap you got in the fridge, and but kind of like char grill glaze them like on top of a Weber, like kind of get that like char grill glazed set on them, kind of old school ribs. Uh, that's what I like to do. That's just me. I don't like the competition crap for eating at the house, but just some Tony Chachere's black pepper and some good old Sweet Baby Ray's, and finish them off over the charcoal. To me, you can't beat those.
No, no, sir. Well, I mean, I just run my rib rub on them, and that's it. I wrap them. I don't even glaze them.
I just kind of like that when you glaze them over the charcoal and it kind of drips down on the charcoal and all that kind of stuff. That's to me that's good eating ribs. So Tyler Moss says, "Congrats, Matt Walker, this past weekend." Yep, congrats, Matt. Yeah, we discussed that at the first
Here, that's number 14 for the jack in the jack cycle. That's pretty impressive too.
Yes, sir.
Matter of fact, he just busted over 2,800. Hey, Walker is sitting in here. How about that? Just sitting back there in the dark, lurching a little bit, I guess, huh?
Yeah.
I'm glad he's there.
That's kind of the way I like to do them, and then I like to do beer broth. I like to do beer broth with them, and I take those beer broths and kind of stick them on the side of the Weber. Put my fire hot on one side, stick them on the side of the Weber, and get them cooked pretty good. Then move them over there on that fire and kind of burn them off and get them crispy. And get that skin to kind of shrink up and blacken on them. And I like them that way. Everybody else probably thinks they're burnt, but that's kind of the way I like them. So,
I'll have to admit to you right now, I'm not a huge brat fan. So,
you've never had them the way I cook them. That's the problem.
Yeah, well, all right. I'm willing to eat them. Like I said, they're not high on my. I don't know. They're just not. It's not ever been a big deal to me.
Yeah, you take them that way, and you put them on a little. You put them on just throw them on a little piece of bread. Throw your little mustard on top of it. Man, perfect.
Well, now that's how I do beer dogs. Beer dogs. You just cook them things in a crock pot, and then of course you can grill those off too, but just put them in beer and let them things slow cook. Well, a little bit of mustard on there is pretty good, huh?
Yeah, we just do beer brats instead of beer dogs.
Yeah, I take a hot link. You got to get a good beef and pork hot link, and you just throw them in a crock pot, man.
Manuel said you like weenies better.
I'm gonna be thumping on that head next time I see him.
That's pretty good right there, Manuel. Oh,
God Almighty!
I learned another summertime trick from Mr. Lance Moore, and I told him how crazy he was for this. I didn't believe it till I tried it, but sweet tea and saltine crackers.
Oh yeah.
Remember that? When
Yes,
you got me on that?
that was last year in our team. We were all sitting at the table, including my wife, and they all thought I was crazier than hell. But it's not
So
bad.
if you get you some really sweet tea, some saltine crackers, and dip those saltine crackers in that sweet tea, and eat them combination, but it's great. So and it's a great summertime deal because you got the salt. You know, everybody wants salt when it's hot. I don't know why. Your body craves salt when it's hot. Then you got the sweet tea with it, man. I'm just telling you, it's killers. Saltine crackers and sweet tea. And I thought Lance was crazy, but I thoroughly enjoyed that.
Oh, the waitress thought we were crazy.
Yeah, because we kept ordering saltine crackers, and they were like, "What the hell's wrong with you boys?"
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we did that at the what was that? The old something restaurant over there.
Wellhead. We're at the Wellhead.
Wellhead, yeah. Wellhead restaurant over there.
You know, because
So,
apparently on Saturdays in Ortiz, New Mexico, no one will work. So, hell, there ain't much open but an Allsups and the Wellhead, I guess.
yeah, that's true.
You know, but I will tell you this. This year we had what, three food trailers, 4 food trailers there, right in front of us, and there was actually some really good food. You had foot long corn dogs were really good. And, there was a guy there from Colorado that was cooking all kinds of different stuff, but he had catfish, and that catfish was really good. I liked the snot out of it.
Yeah, I'm pretty picky about catfish, and I was pretty impressed with his catfish. Uh, I I'm pretty damn picky about catfish in the way that if it's too much batter, it's not fried right. I'm pretty picky about it, and that was pretty good.
Yeah, it was good. I wasn't real crazy about his coleslaw. His coleslaw was a different coleslaw than I've ever had, but yeah, fish was done right.
I didn't try any of the coleslaw, but his catfish and his hush puppies were good.
Hush puppies were
And
good.
I'm pretty picky
Well,
about those as well. That was a good hush puppy.
It was nice. I mean, of course we had the Vandals camp like we always do. Had Matt put up a couple canopies. They robbed a big old table from somewhere. I mean, that daggum thing was big. You could fit 20 people around that one.
Oh,
And all hung out. The concert was right directly in front of us, about 100 yards maybe. And Larry Gatlin was good Saturday night. Actually, he had a really interesting opening part of his act.
Yep.
What did he say again? How did he say that?
He said, any of you we live in a free country. It was something like, I'm going to ad lib, but something about, he was doing the national anthem. He said, we live in a free country. And if you want to kneel, that's your right because it's a free country. But if you do, take your ass to the back or out of here where I can't see you.
Yes.
Take your sorry ass.
Take your sorry ass.
So that was pretty good.
Yep, that was good. So yeah, I mean, hell, we had a good time. Like I said, it was nice having those trucks right there. That I mean, it was good food. Didn't have to go anywhere. Didn't have to all load up and go deal with a restaurant. And but yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah,
and they were the same bunch that was here in Plainview, which I found that interesting.
Yeah, they had really good food. They said that was the third one they've done. I got to talking to them. They did Ruidoso, the doubleheader in Ruidoso, and they did Plainview, and they done that one. So
That's how they found out about Plainview was because we had Rayanne and them were up there passing out stuff. I bet they talked to them.
I bet so. But yeah, that was they said they've done those three, and they kind of like it. They said so. and they got really good food, and those are the most cleanest people I
Oh
ever
yeah.
seen. I've never seen somebody scrub a trailer like they did. I bet we were set up there for 2 days, and I seen them deep clean, bleach, and scrub those trailers at least 4 times in 2 days. It was the craziest thing I ever seen.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I mean that was a pretty cool deal, and Aaron.
He's pulling a lance. He's in the barbecue trailer getting ready.
Yep, I'm fixing to do that here in just a bit. I've got lots of events going on this week, so we get done here about 9 o'clock. I'm gonna go fire up the pits and load it up and get ready to roll, and we'll be in tomorrow night. We'll be in actually 4th of July day. I'll be cooking some. So,
Well,
and then I'll figure out the rest of the week.
send me that restaurant you said in Albuquerque that was good, because we're going to be up there for the 4th of July, and I'll be up there eating me some more hot dogs. That's for sure. And
It's easy. It's called Casa Benavides.
Casa Benavides. All right, I'm gonna check that one out. And we'll be back at the Urban Hot Dog Company. If anybody gets up there to Albuquerque, go check that out.
And then that steakhouse, I will send you that steakhouse. What? Antiquity. I can't even pronounce it. Antiquity or some crap.
Antiquity.
Yeah. Right down in Old Town, man. That's you leave the kids at the motel, and you and Kim go there. Make a reservation.
Okay.
And I thought it was really good. I thought, it's kind of like us. I mean, we like doing those little things like that.
Oh yeah, and they have a Papa Do's. I'm always excited to go eat at Papa Do's.
Yes, sir.
So
Yeah.
I'll be getting me some Papa Do's. Aaron Leslie says it's second Old Hickory fixing to pull in. Man, that's awesome. Especially Aaron, if you're already getting big enough, you got to have a second pit, dude. That I'm proud of you. That's awesome, man.
Yep.
Cool.
Peter.
Oh, Lance had to call him out. Call him a cheater. Well, at least you didn't have a pellet smoker.
Well, I don't know. Very much difference in those. Just a bigger piece of pellet you throw in there, right?
Yeah.
Nah, he's got a big old. His first big old original. He's got 2 Eddies too.
No, he said ELEDXs.
Oh,
those are those old hickories. So I know on the old hickories, what was that?
Do you remember his first pit?
I do. I think it's still on the back of his catering rig. The last time I seen it. Yeah.
It was a pellet pooper.
No, he had that big one, that big offset.
Yeah, but he had it set up where he could have a pellet hopper on it.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yes, sir. First time I ever was around him, he had his pellet hoppers on it.
Huh.
It's still here.
I never knew that. I mean, I remember that, but I don't remember it having pellets on it.
Yeah, it was custom built like that. Are you still running them? He modified it both ways. All wood now. Yeah, actually, I think if I remember right, Aaron, didn't it have 2 hoppers on it originally? See what he says. No, just 1. Okay. Couldn't remember. 250 all night long. The first time I seen it, I think we were at Red Meats years ago. That may have been Oh, our favorite cut of meat or steak? Well, that's pretty easy. I like ribeye.
We probably got the same answer here. I'm a ribeye guy.
Yeah.
Fat's flavor, and you can't get better than that. I mean, I'm not going to turn down a strip or anything else, but to me, fat's flavor. So I'm a ribeye kind of guy, and I like it simple and done hot and fast. So
Yeah, two smoked daddy pellet hoppers. Yep.
yeah, and
And
I kind of got into. I got into. I was going to say on the steak thing. I got into sauviing them, and I've reverse seared them. I've done all that crap, and it turns out good. But I don't even like the steaks I cook at the house. I don't even run grill grates. I just run straight charcoal, a regular Weber grate, hot and fast. I want all my coals to one side, and I want it ripping hot because I want to create that almost like cast iron crust sear on them, just ripping hot, and sear the crap out of them, pull them back to the cold side, let them finish off, and that's my personal favorite way to eat a steak. So if I'm in competition, I'm not doing that, but just eating steak, that's my favorite way to do it.
I kind of like mine on my Santa Maria, when I fire it up.
Right.
And
Well, that's the same direct over the coals.
Yeah.
Just yeah. I don't even run. Like I said, I don't even run grill grates if I'm just cooking them for us.
Yeah, just run them on the grate and be done.
Yeah, I like them better without the grill grates. And
I
I've actually flipped, I was to say I flipped the grill grates upside down and done that a couple times and really like that.
Yeah.
We get that flat surface and that good crust, and it's almost like cooking on a skillet.
Yes.
So, yep. All right, Lance. Well, I got to go feed pigs. I got to get out of here. We're running up into hour and 40 minutes or so. I think
Cool.
I got to go get that done. We've been cleaning pigs and weighing and doing all that all day today. I was going to do it yesterday, but I was too tired. So I got into all that today before we got on here. I need to go finish that up before it gets dark. So if you're good with it, we got closing remarks. Let's go with that.
Thanks, Aaron. Yeah, like I said, just like to thank everybody. Thanks for everybody joining in and commenting tonight. Pretty cool that everybody being there. Thanks to Oak Ridge Barbecue, Green Mountain Grills, Sweet Smoke Q, Meat Church, Kiss My Rack. So I mean,
Cue it up steps.
Cue it up steps. Thanks guys for all the support and everybody have a good week. Have a good 4th of July, I guess. And
Be safe.
Everybody be safe.
Yeah. Everybody be safe. Good. Have a good week. Good 4th of July. Good holiday. If y'all got any questions, reach out and let us know something, and we'll try to answer your questions. So thanks, y'all. Good night.
All right. Good night, guys.